Hello guys, welcome back. Today is the penultimate day for Oshkosh 2023, and pretty much they're packing up everything. And here we have I can't see the name, but here you can see some what seem to be power units. Is this the helicycle? That one seems to be powered by electricity. It's got the battery there. So let's try to run. I don't know if I can go through here. Let's run through real quick. Yeah, this seems to be the helicycle. Hey, excuse me?
Yeah.
Is this the helicycle? Or the mosquito?
Let's see.
Okay. Man, these things look cool. Hello.
Hello.
So you can buy this as a scene. The thing is so narrow, just good enough for one person. No, you're good. On top you can see the drive belt with the tip. Very simple design. And I think this one is powered by a jet engine, as you guys can see. It's solar. And some information about the builder. I would have loved to see this thing fly, but it's amazing.
We'll get out of there. We're trying to get the work done.
Composite blade. Oh no, that's an aluminum blade. Look at that. 4 guys can carry it up. Pick it right up. This is really cool. And for the one that has an engine, see how much it is. There's something here. Polaris conversion. Yeah, I could fly on this one. Polaris makes reliable power plants. Cool. Well, that's a helicycle right there. Let's run over. So the ultralights, I believe they're part 103. So that will be Code of Federal Regulation, CFR, part 14. Or is it title 14? Part 103 for ultralights. 121, I think, is for commercial. Less than 9 seats, and 135 will be commercial, regularly scheduled operations. More than 10 seats, you need pilot, co-pilot, and you need a full-fledged structure that would include things like flight director, head of operations, an inspection and safety program in place for your organization. So 135, part 135 is more onerous. And of course, CFR 14 part 107 would be for drone, on small unmanned aerial systems, aka drones. That would be the part that would govern operations. Alto NG. So this is all of those newer aircraft, recently engineered, and most of them will be powered by Rotax engines. They're very slippery. I don't know much about this one. This one says direct fly. It's getting a lot of attention. Here we have the Razor. And here you have the helicycle. It seems very much about the same size like the XE that we just saw. You can see many of the controls are built right there in the seat.
Go to 21,000 feet.
Smoke oil, I think that's just for when you're doing a performance. You can see the starter. It's got a turbine engine, and then the belts that drive the tail rotor. That's the gearbox right there. A very critical component for helicopters. And then you have the shaft that goes all the way to the tail rotor to drive it. You can see it right there with the markings. So a typical inspection before flight, you will look at the paint and make sure none of those is working themselves loose. Say typically for helicopters, for every hour of flight you have 3 hours of maintenance on the ground that have to be performed.
See the battery strips back.
So that's what it looks like. Altitude record 20,000 feet. Above about 12,000, is it 12,500? You're gonna start needing and thinking about oxygen. And Helicycle Ventures, based out of New Mexico. Normal cruise 95 miles an hour, but I would say this is just great for going around there. Let's say you have a little ranch or something, that would be great for just going around there, checking your cattle, and just getting a different perspective in case of you're wondering what's happening at the other end of your ranch. This is, not sure what this is. That's the blade. M16 Extreme. So this is an auto gyro, and you see the rubber thing coming down. I believe that's what you use to pre-spin the rotor system. That way you start getting some lift and shorten the takeoff distance. It's got a pretty good panel, Dynon MFD. The Rotax engine. After that, we have another aircraft here. This one just looks like it was recently completed. It hasn't received its paint yet. It's got the carbon fiber tips. It's got some bush wheels. Wide cabin, 2-seater. You can see the interior, how it was built. Yeah, I don't think this one flew here. It's not complete yet, as you guys can see. So I think they just brought it and then put the wings on.
Push your body all water droplets.
These ones look really, really cool. Auto gyros.
Right here.
Gyro technique. Oh, that's a Sonex right there. Here is the air cam on the right. We'll come back to that here in a moment. But before that, here is the Sonex. Powered by a Rotax engine. It's a tail dragger. Look at the configuration of that tail wheel. Looks like it's pretty fast. Flies with an iPad. They've taken it out. Over here you have a really basic tail dragger light spot, single engine. This is a Kolb and it's a new Kolb, so I think they started manufacturing this once more. Fabric covered wings, and there, if you look carefully, you will see the vortex generators. They're right there, transparent, but they're there. Let's take a look inside the cockpit. Really basic. Everything is covered because it rained. You got the pitot tube in front. You open that, otherwise the bees build a nest inside. You got the fuel system. There's a bulb there to prime it up. And I believe for ultralights, they're limited to 5 gallons. Maximum fuel you can carry. And then of course, this helps to find out the direction of the incidental wind flow. Good. This one, let's take a look up front here. It's going for a flight. So the wires you see on top, they're all there to hold the wing so it doesn't drop down. And then the ones at the bottom, they're there to hold the wing when it starts flying and the wings try to go up. The wires will hold it and lift up the aircraft. So that's why you see some of them have the wires on top. Okay, or wire cables. Warp drive propellers, they're done. The closed up shop already. So this is ground adjustable. On the ground you can adjust the pitch of the propeller. Another ground adjustable depending on the engine size and what you're planning on doing. You onboard, get the right angle of attack that you want and match it all across. Here we have gyroplane flight training. Looks really cool. It's powered by a Rotax engine. Very nicely made. Okay, sorry.
That accident that happened earlier, yeah.